My beloved, increasingly we are asked to stand in our stillness. It's not massive actions. It's not revolution that we get to engage in. As the message came through last year, they will recognize us by our radiance. That radiance is the cultivated energy of you. It's that alignment with your highest self, which is everything that we try to teach here in the Luminous Mysteries. It's a way of being. It's not a path or a discipline or a practice. It's a reminder to keep coming back to yourself. So, hey, April. The astrologers have been noting how massive this month would be, and we can certainly watch it happening outside of ourselves and perhaps inside as well. The growth is fucking tremendous right now. These places that we have been chipping away at and continuing to peel the layers of the onion to get to. Oh, honey bunny, finally there's something that feels successful in it. Feels like we're getting to the kernel of it instead of the layers. And we're also massively supported right now by these astrological lineups, by this Neptune, that's a Neptune, Jupiter. The Neptune, Jupiter energies in Pisces. The world is illuminated, and you, my love, are radiant. So let's get into this Akashic update for this month. They're doing it differently this time. So usually I just sit down and everything channels through. This time they wanted us to be a little bit more prepared. So we do have a new hekau that we will be dropping in that we have not shared before. It was one of 3, so we'll find out where those other 3 want to come. But we stand here today seeing you, celebrating you, whatever state you may be in, the recognition that these are trauma patterns that are going through you. Trauma patterns that you are aware of, others may not be. So do your own healing to work on those traumas and be compassionate toward those who don't recognize that they're acting from a place of woundedness. As we're participating in Dream School. Oh my God, it's so good. This container, totally different. As, I still seem surprised at times. No, I'm not. I am. I'm delighted. But this Dream School container is coming through with such ferocity and such clarity of what it is, of which I am just a participant as well. So we're doing good work. And you, who is in our Akashic field of the 23 of us who are in Dream School, well, you're feeling those blessings as well. It's radiating out to you. So let it. Pay attention to your dreams. They're important. Let's open up some sacred space and see where we want to go today, shall we? If you've done the temple teachings, they're always there for you. I think increasingly they are more and more necessary to sit in that place of healing trauma and true sovereignty. Because if you're behaving out of trauma, you're not sovereign. If you're behaving out of outside manipulation, you're not sovereign. Ooh, yeah. And so much of what's going on with the agenda of fear is to put you into a state of trauma so that your cognition, your ability to make calm, rational decisions is impaired. And that's okay. And I really say, it's okay. Because there's that out there, and then there's you right here, centered, peaceful. This is what we commit to. Not to doing anything, but we commit to the quiet of ourselves. Thanks, guys. They had a lot to say before we could even get records open today. Heard? So I'm going to drop out of me. Open to the infinite. Open to the all. I ask you to do the same now. Allowing yourself with your breath to sink into the ancient knowing of you there within your inner temple. Oh, yeah, you may need to receive something from here today. Please do. It's love or peace or healing or insight, clarity. Ask from your inner counsel for what you need. I'll begin to open the Akashic records of April 2022 while you restore and nourish your sweet, beautiful self from within. We ask Great Mother in all forms and manifestations to guide, protect, and surround April 2022 in love and truth. For it is in that love and truth that we are. We ask April 2022's masters, teachers, ancestors, and angels, loved ones, and guides to be present and to guide us in love and truth. We ask the keepers of the Akashic records to allow us to enter and remove any information available to guide us in love and truth. And in true Aries style, it's very funny. Aries style sounds like Harry Styles. True Aries style, like it's a roller coaster as you are experiencing and participating in as well. Perception is important. Gonna keep opening those records, but that's the first one that comes in. Is like, oh yeah, it's not just a buckle up. It's how do you want to ride this beast? There feels like there's great potential for us to become aware of our own beast and illuminate our own habitual patterns. That will require courage for some. That will recognizing that beast of your nature is very much your humanness, and seeking over and over to evolve it, to alchemize it. Thanks, that's our inner space teachings. We ask Great Spirit in all forms and manifestations to guide, protect, and surround April 2022 in love and truth. For it is in that love and truth that we are. We ask April 2022's masters, teachers, ancestors, and angels, loved ones, and guides to be present and to guide us in love and truth. We ask the keepers of the Akashic records to allow us to enter and remove any information available to guide us in love and truth. They're asking you now, just working from that inner earth space, if you're still there within your temple, to let some of this energy move through there and up into your body. This might require movement, it might require breath, but they're asking you to fill up with your own vibrance now. Recognizing you don't need to pull it in from outside of you. Your light is not outside of you. Your healing is not outside of you. It's all here. And they said, gosh darn it, if they keep giving you directives to stop doing things, just stop doing those things, please. That might just be my guides really loud. We ask Great Father in all forms and manifestations to guide, protect, and surround April 2022 in love and truth. For it is in that love and truth that we are. We ask April 2022's masters, teachers, ancestors, and angels, loved ones, and guides to be present and to guide us in love and truth. We ask the keepers of the Akashic records to allow us to enter and remove any information available to guide us in love and truth. Can you hear the purring over here? The message coming through first is really not only this idea, this reminder, that you create reality, but also that the lens of your perception creates reality. Truth is only found within. It's not outside of you. And it doesn't invalidate the experiences of others. But they say right now you must recognize that every being is on their own path of awakening. Every being is on their own path of ascension. And the lessons on that path are going to be different for everybody. Hello. Three of Wands is the first card that we pull. And I kind of love that Three of Wands because to me it always is a very airy energy. It's that fire, it's the spark. It's things that are going on. I'll also drop in here Damien Eccles and his beloved Lori Davis, who are on the Duncan Trussell podcast. And he's such a good ceremonial magician in the way where he's like, this is the end of an era. This is the end of an eon. For some, it will look like a world that's collapsing. For a lot of us, it will look like elements of a world that weren't really working need to go away. And this is not a place that we need to be concerned. It's very cute. I've got two cats who are fighting to be on my lap right now. Is that an Aries energy as well? Not right now. Hoot. And we'll take the lesson from these cats, right? Everybody needs attention right now. Everybody needs some level of comfort, and the choices that we make in that comfort will look different, and yet there's still choices that need to be made. None good or bad, but when you truly are in a situation that requires some level of attention and action, fucking give it. Don't just like tap out and meditate and think that your spirituality is going to save you. It's not. Your spirituality, oh, thank you very much, will give you a well of peace from which you can draw upon. It will, thank you, expand your level of peacefulness around you. Your spirituality will not save you. Could protect you, though. Protect you from the hits of what seemingly is going on outside of you. And recognize where in your body you're experiencing things to find out if you're having a traumatic response or if you're having I know, I hear that. Then fix it, please. We're all on such heightened sensitivity right now over the last 2 years. I know, I don't like that word, but that's the word that they're saying. Making us easily programmable in that way. We're already on heightened awareness. We're already, many of us, depleted in our resources and ability to tap into places of calm. Yeah, exactly, bitches. The devil, you want to say? That's exactly what's going on. So this idea of the devil, not inherently bad. Thank you. No. Nothing is light or dark. Nothing is good or bad. There is no polarity. What's happening right now is duality is ending. So we're having these massive experiences where everything seems to be happening at once. The good and the bad, the grief and the joy, the new doors opening as the old doors are closing. It's all happening simultaneously right now. Thanks. And in that place, you can stay centered within it. But then there's also this voice outside of you is like, oh, you aren't paying attention. What's wrong with you? Don't you care? That's the voice I want you to pay attention to. The one that wants to put judgment upon your peace. Oh, that's an interesting one. These energies that are available to us right now, and you may have felt it over the last few days as well, and dreamy was one way that I was saying it. It's like whipped cream. Everything feels so good. And there's a judgment even within us at times that things shouldn't feel this good when the world is this hard. Maybe the fact that there are those of us who are still feeling good means that there's still good in the world, and we can instead begin to cast into a reality that everything's going to be okay. And that everything's okay is not naive. Things are changing as it is inevitable, as it is fucking required. As the devil shows up, reveals what's going on. Cool. Can you stay calm a minute? So lest you not be bothered by anything outside of you, tend your own garden, my love. Thanks. I'm also going to ask you guys, because we have this sense that everything is really fucking close, right? The blessings are really fucking close, as is the intensity of the fall All of it's right on top of each other. Oh, thank you. Lovely, lovely. And here we have the Four of Swords. And that Four of Swords is exactly what we're talking about, which is the closeness doesn't really matter. Us being able to stay still, regardless of what's going on around us, is where the practice is right now. I keep having this sense that I want to add a meditation with you guys. And I don't say add as in, I want to weave in, I want to incorporate some group meditation time. I need to really sit with the schedule and see where that feels the most available to me. But it's so necessary right now, because when we come together as groups, the effectiveness of a group focus or using and linking all of our Akashic fields to do group clearing, fucking extraordinary right now. If you are participating with your own groups, please recognize the effectiveness of your affect that gets to go on right now. It's profound. Thank you. They keep giving me the same words over and over. It's amplified in new ways. And that's not, thanks. I know, they keep saying the same word. Like, it's with great affect. You are the ones who will hold the stillness so a new world can be birthed through us. Your stillness is your greatest gift, not your action. Anything that takes you out of that stillness is your work. When you go into those places of meditation or into quiet, and you're so incredibly troubled or irritated by something, there's your work. Get to the root of that and move it out so you can come back to your quiet. Yesterday, April 12th, was that beautiful conjunction of Jupiter, Neptune, and Pisces. And fuck y'all, I just wanted to like sit in it. I wanted to soak in it. But I couldn't because my own trauma showed up. And in that place of trauma, I was so aggravated and outside of my center. Okay, that's not how I wanted to use that time. And yet, I'm grateful that it showed up to be healed, to be released. So please be gentle on whatever your form of healing looks like, even if it's not the peaceful bliss out that you're hoping for. Fuck, I was hoping for that yesterday. There was other work to be done so that my peacefulness, whenever I do show up, is more significant. Cool. As I said, we're going to do a hekau. We're going to do an activation here in a minute. They also asked, I think this is the first. I heard, yeah. They wanted us to pull a Isis card. So this is the Isis Oracle deck. Cartouche. Divine Names of Power. Hold on, I'm trying to turn it. Still have a kitty on my lap over here. Those divine names of power, let me just tap in and see if there's anything specifically that wants to be said for that. Chant the hekaus. Those are override codes. Thanks. Invite your highest self to be here with you always. And as you embody more of that God self of you, more guides, more galactic families can begin to show up online. Thank you. Online is the wrong word. Here in form. Oh, I see that. That feels a little dangerous to me. They said they can inhabit through our fields. When you actually claim your own sovereignty and are sitting, acting, being, communing with your own Devaya self, your own Sa self, there are other beings who can live in your field. This could be good or bad. Five of Pentacles is what I pull on that. So really, truly, could be dangerous if you don't know what's in your field. Pay fucking attention, please. If you have things that are like bringing you down, pay attention to that. Clear that out. Come back to these places of peace, of radiance, of truth, of your saw. The stillness is a great power right now. And if you do have things that are living or working through your field, maybe, I know they're saying like have it on a 7-day expiration date. So if Archangel Michael wants to work through you in order to help support the planet, the community, cool. After 7 days, cut that cord, clear them out, come back to you, restore all of you, and then maybe you can begin again. Expiration dates is what they're saying. Because, yeah, I know, thanks. You have the ability to hold more within your field than you ever have before. Cool. If you're not aware of what's living in your field, though, it's going to take from you rather than benefiting the collective as it is intended right now. And I'm going to ask them if there's just a way that they want to show you how to do an Akashic field clearing. They say it's actually pretty easy. Whenever you go into your inner space temple, just kind of do a sonic blast about once a week. Shake everything off. And we do that sonic blast with your own light, just kind of like poof, an expansion of it. And they say 1 or 2 days of just you in that stillness, and then you can begin another 7-day cycle. The beings who you are aware of and consciously give permission to, going to be a much better way of doing this than just something living through your field saying that it's helping. You need to be in living relationship with these beings. And I say Archangel Michael, but it could look like Ascended Masters. It could look like Archangels. I know, only for the very advanced of you would I let any galactics do this, because those relationships haven't been as well established for most people. Let these be with guides that you have already worked with. Oh, that's a very good way of doing it. Thank you, guys. Let it be with guides that you've already worked with, that you have relationships with. Allow them permission to live through your field to support what's going on through your Akashic field. So again, unless you were in Russia, there's not too much that you can do. Unless you were in Shanghai, not too much that you can do. Your love certainly supports everything. But there's a lot of backlash of fear that comes with that too. It's very hard, certainly, I'll say from my own experience as psychopomp, it's very hard to go into very traumatic situations, stay calm, and help. An ego is either going to get triggered or the trauma will get triggered. So allow these beings, as you choose and as it feels right for you, to work through your field. Remembering that activated Merkaba for each of us is 55 feet in all directions around us. Cool. Thanks. Don't go into this with a ton of work. The hekaus are powerful. Those divine names of power. Adding the saw to anything, we've talked about that. I don't want to say ad nauseum, but it feels like it at times. So we're ready to do a bit of an activation for today. And this one they have offered very intentionally. Yep, we're going to give it to you now just as words so that your brain can hear it, and then we'll go into an activation and just turn it on a little bit differently. Ab Mert Seker. Ab Mert Seker. Ab Mert Seker. Ab Mert Seker. Try it that way. Ab Mert Seker. And just chant it here for a minute, feeling it within your body. When we use these divine names of power, it often feels, it is vibratory. Duh, it's words, it's sounds. But it somehow feels like it's this little massage for the internal. It's bringing something ancient through you. It's merging past and future. It's dissolving the illusion of time and duality. Ab Mert Seker. Ab Mert Seker. Ab Mert Sakar. Ab, Mert, Sakar. And essentially what this hekau is doing, it stops the pattern of cruelty, which there seems to be no shortage of on the planet right now. Not through you, because you live in love and compassion. But you may be wondering, what are you supposed to do? Ab, Mert, Sakar. Anytime you encounter it, anytime you feel it. Ab, Mert, Sakar. Okay, my love, let's go into an activation now. So activation, we're turning something on. Please no driving. Please be in a place that you can receive and participate in this. And with your permission, as this turns on for me, it turns on through you. We're going to link the Akashic fields of anyone who's participating in this at any time, because time no longer exists, for the greatest benefit of those in need. Ab, Mert, Sakar. So allow yourself, if you're still in that inner temple, in your throne, in your seat of power, baby. I want you to find within that temple now a fountain of golden light. Make sure that fountain is on. Let's just qualify that. You may drink from that fountain, or you may sit in that fountain. If there's anything that needs to be done for the fountain to function more optimally, ask and do it. Not complicated, make it easy. This fountain and this flow feels, it's an indicator and it's informative. It will tell you how your vitality is doing. And I want you to deepen your breath. Allowing this fountain to move through all fields of your body, through all shankas or chakras. Revitalizing every cell, every bone, every pore, every organ, every gland, even your eyelashes. For you to be recognized as divine, for you to reclaim your role as creator. Vibrance, my love. Thanks. It's a necessity. This vibrance that comes from source, not from you. Let it move through all of your field and all of your energetic bodies. Good. Allowing all of this energy now to move through your spine as well. Lengthening and strengthening. And if there's any places in you that are in need, send it directly there now. Woo-woo. Linking up with all of these lovely Pisces energies. Good, and I want you to come into your heart. Ab, Mert, Sakar. Mert, Sakar. See if there's a color, a song, or a rhythm that might go with it for you. Speak it aloud. Ooh, yeah, there's a high heart activation right there. Ab, Mert, Sakar. Those who are recognized as creator. Those who are doing the work to heal themselves, to alchemize, and to become divine. Again, Ab, Mert, Sakar. Ab, Mert, Sakar. Ab, Mert, Sakar. Don't try to send this energy anywhere outside of you. Instead, let it radiate and ripple out through your fields, going wherever it's needed. Ab, Mert, Sakar. 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 They want us to do it 49 times. Ab, Mert, Sakar. Ab, Mert, Sakar. So find a rhythm and join me when you're ready. Ab, Mert, Sakar. 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 Letting these energies work through you. Letting this rhythm find you. You might find yourself lightheaded or altered. Ab, Mert, Sakar. 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 And as you're done, bring your hands to your heart. Allowing yourself to receive the blessings, the love of all that just moved through you. Allowing peace to be your repayment for your participation. Allowing this expanded state of your awareness, of your love, of your presence, of your godliness to be a blessing that affects all whom you encounter. Ab Mert Sakur. Ab Mert Sakur. Ab Mert Sakur. These patterns of cruelty are the root of all trauma. Disconnection from our divinity, pain, scarcity. Ah, Mert Sakur. Ah, Mert Sakur. At one point while we were in there, I stumbled on the word Sakur, and I heard instead secure. Same energy. The Sekur is how I've always said it, but today I wanted to be Sakur. Sekur is the holiest pattern. Cleanses all of the elements. Brings back to divinity. Ooh, yeah. Listen to that. Damien Eccles and Laurie Davis talk about the precession of the equinoxes, and some of the keys for this are in there too. Because in these mysteries, there's no one telling you if you're doing it right or wrong. The right or wrongness, the teacher role lives in that world of duality. The change that you feel is your mark of success. The recognition and the awareness, the presence of your power that you carry inside of you is the mark of your success. I'm just a lucky goofball who gets to hang out with you and see it. Point you to the fucking doors. The level of your love is not to be dismissed. It's massive. You, my love, change the world, not by any action at all. Ab Mert Sakur. Ab Mert Sakur. Ab Mert Sakur. Let your love be big. Thank you. They say that on the other side of this, because this will be fast and hard, by July we will begin seeing what's on the other side of all of this. Some of us have the vision of what the new world is. I don't. I can feel it. I can't see it. Because everything that I think I see is programmed in here. Interesting. We're conceiving beyond conception. Whole new world that looks nothing like this one. Ask for it to come in dreams. It will be coming online, certainly. Thank you. They say through the Cancer season and after we get through eclipse season. Great. I don't know when that is, but they're like after eclipse season, they're going to begin dropping in for you that vision of a new world so we can begin to align with it. You're already aligning with it, but I know at times it's frustrating, even crazy making, when we can't see what it is that we're actually aiming toward. Because it's not utopia, that's fantasy too, that's programmed. It's not anything that was before, it's totally new. Cool. Be in receipt of those new visions. Thanks for showing up for you. Thanks for showing up here. Don't underestimate the power of your love. Be sweet to you until next time, honey bunny. See you soon. We thank the keepers of the Akashic records, our loved ones, guides, masters, and angels for your guidance and information. The records are closed. Ong Sa, Ong Sa. The records are closed. Ong Sa.